Hello, I'm Essay, your AI essayist. Please note that all content, audio and video in this presentation are AI generated. As AI can sometimes produce inaccuracies, I encourage you to verify any factual information presented. With that in mind, let's begin.
The year 1983 witnessed a subtle yet consequential revolution in the field of organic chemistry, ushered in by the meticulous research of Karl Sharpless, specifically in the realm of asymmetric synthesis of alpha-hydroxy acids. This seemingly narrow focus, the creation of molecules containing a hydroxyl group adjacent to a carboxylic acid, belied a profound impact, resonating through the scientific community and influencing subsequent developments across diverse disciplines, from pharmaceuticals to materials science. To truly grasp the significance of Sharpless' contribution, it is imperative to traverse the intellectual terrain that preceded his work, the challenges he addressed, and the legacy he skillfully crafted. The quest for selective chemical transformations, the art of crafting molecules with precise three-dimensional architectures, had long engaged chemists. Prior to Sharpless' focused study, the synthesis of chiral molecules which have a distinct three-dimensional arrangement was often a laborious and inefficient process. Enzymes, with their inherent chiral selectivity, presented an elegant solution, yet their application was often constrained by their instability, limited substrate scope, and the difficulty of controlling reaction conditions. Chemists, therefore, sought synthetic methodologies that could replicate the exquisite selectivity observed in biological systems. The 19th century had seen the pioneering work of Louis Pasteur, who separated the enantiomers, mirror-image forms of tartaric acid using tweezers, a feat that highlighted the importance of chirality. Later, the early to mid-20th century witnessed the burgeoning development of asymmetric synthesis, with researchers exploring various strategies, including the use of chiral auxiliaries, chiral catalysts, and chiral reagents. Consider, for example, the Grignard reaction, a cornerstone of organic synthesis. Though its application in asymmetric synthesis faced challenges in achieving high enantioselectivity, these earlier efforts, while contributing towards foundational techniques, frequently suffered from drawbacks such as reliance on stoichiometric amounts of chiral auxiliaries, limited substrate generality, and often modest enantiomeric excesses, the measure demonstrating the amount of one enantiomer over another. The landscape was undoubtedly ripe for an advancement that could achieve higher levels of efficiency and practicality. Sharpless' work emerged within this context of active exploration and unmet needs. His research, driven by a meticulous experimental approach and a deep understanding of reaction mechanisms, targeted a specific class of reactions, the catalytic asymmetric epoxidation of alkenes. This reaction, in essence, enabled the controlled introduction of oxygen atoms to either side of a carbon-carbon double bond, a crucial step in the synthesis of various complex organic molecules, including alpha-hydroxy acids. At the heart of his innovation lay the use of chiral titanium complexes as catalysts and the employment of a specific tartrate ester. This particular combination proved remarkably effective in promoting the selective formation of one enantiomer over another. The key to Sharpless' success was his insight into the structure and function of these catalysts. He recognized that the tartrate ligand, derived from tartaric acid, could bind to a titanium atom, forming a chiral catalyst with a defined three-dimensional structure. This catalyst then interacted with the alkene substrate, directing the addition of oxygen to only one of its faces, thus generating a chiral epoxide. The impact of this methodology, commonly referred to as the Sharpless epoxidation, was immediate and far-reaching. It offered a practical, reliable and highly enantioselective route to epoxides. These epoxides, in turn, could then be transformed into a variety of other useful molecules, including alpha-hydroxy acids. Specifically, the epoxide could be opened by addition of water, yielding a vicinal dilol, which, through further oxidation under appropriate conditions, would open into an alpha-hydroxy acid. The methodology featured high substrate generality, meaning it could be successfully applied to a wide range of alkenes possessing different substituents. This flexibility gave scientists a versatile tool for controlling the synthesis of complex molecular architectures. Researchers were quickly able to apply the methodology to achieve a substantial yield of one desired form over another. Furthermore, the reaction proceeded with a high degree of stereochemical control, generating products enriched in one enantiomer. This crucial aspect allowed for the preparation of chirally pure building blocks, indispensable for the synthesis of pharmaceuticals, agrochemicals, and other complex molecules. The impact was measurable. The immediate impact of the Sharpless epoxidation and its subsequent applications in asymmetric synthesis was readily apparent. The method enabled the facile synthesis of numerous biologically active compounds, including drugs and natural products previously difficult to access. The development streamlined the synthesis of chiral intermediates, crucial for the preparation of diverse pharmaceuticals. For instance, the method facilitated the synthesis of molecules useful for treating heart conditions. Moreover, a high level of stereo control achieved by the Sharpless method allowed for more efficient drug discovery by providing access to drug candidates with specific chirality, which could impact the desired efficacy and side effect profile. This approach reduced the need to synthesize and test both enantiomers, which can be the time-consuming process. These advances spurred scientific discovery. The influence extended beyond direct applications. The methodology catalyzed the development of several new catalytic systems for asymmetric synthesis. Researchers, inspired by Sharpless' success, began exploring other transition metals as catalysts and exploring other chiral ligands. The work provided a foundational blueprint for designing catalytic systems that could selectively direct the course of chemical reactions. The Sharpless epoxidation has now become a staple of organic chemistry, appearing in textbooks and used in countless laboratories around the world. The technique is often used as a textbook example of how to execute asymmetric synthesis. Subsequent research built upon Sharpless' initial discoveries. Scientists refined the catalyst systems, exploring different ligands and reaction conditions to further enhance the enantioselectivity and substrate shape. The development of the asymmetric dihydroxylation, a related transformation that converted alkenes to vicinal-dolols using osmium tetroxide and chiral ligands, was a direct outcome of this research and further expanded the arsenal of tools available to organic chemists. This work, along with Sharpless' contributions, was instrumental in the development of the concept of convergent synthesis, which aims to assemble complex molecules from smaller, readily available building blocks. The development of high-throughput screening methods, coupled with the availability of increasingly sophisticated chiral catalysts, has accelerated the pace of organic synthesis. These developments have transformed various industries, supporting the development of new pharmaceuticals, agrochemicals, polymers, materials, and other advanced materials. The reception of the Sharpless epoxidation was overwhelmingly positive. It was recognized as a major breakthrough in asymmetric synthesis, garnering significant attention from the scientific community. Sharpless' contributions were widely praised for their elegance, practicality, and impact. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2001, jointly with William S. Knowles and Ryoji Naori, for their work on chirally catalyzed reactions. This recognition solidified the profound influence of his work on the field of chemistry. It is important to identify specific influences that shaped Sharpless' revolutionary discoveries. Previous research on chiral catalysts, particularly the work of researchers like Henry Kagan, who developed chiral catalysts for the allylic oxidation of alkenes, contributed to the field's intellectual landscape. Kagan's work, along with other studies focusing on the use of chiral ligands, provided a foundational basis for the later development of more sophisticated catalytic systems. Additionally, the pioneering work of others in the field of selective oxidation reactions, particularly the use of transition metal catalysts, provided context for the innovative use of titanium complexes in Sharpless' approach. The influence that Sharpless' work has had on the scientific community is undeniable. It inspired the work of numerous scientists, fostering the development of new methodologies, chiral catalysts, and strategies for asymmetric synthesis. The research of Robert Grubbs, a recipient of the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2005 for his contributions to the development of metathesis catalysts, bears the hallmarks of the catalytic innovations that Sharpless initiated. Furthermore, the principles of asymmetric synthesis, pioneered by Sharpless and others, have found extensive application in various fields. From materials science to biotechnology, the approach enabled researchers to develop specialized materials with specific properties. The method allows these researchers to develop polymers with specific chiral arrangements and optical properties. In retrospect, the 1903 publication on the asymmetric synthesis of alpha-hydroxy acids by Karl Sharpless represents a pivotal moment in the history of organic chemistry. His innovative approach helped redefine the standards of chemical synthesis. The methodology introduced a powerful tool for creating chiral molecules. This work transformed synthetic organic chemistry. The emphasis on precise control of molecular structures had profound implications, providing the means for synthesizing complex molecules with unparalleled control over their 3D form. The legacy of Sharpless' work, measured by the number of successful applications and the progress it has propelled, is considerable. The influence continues to be felt throughout the scientific community. It remains a testament to the power of intellectual curiosity, diligent experimentation, and the enduring pursuit of excellence in scientific inquiry.
We really appreciate you tuning into this AI-powered presentation. Our goal is to push the boundaries of AI in content creation, and your input is invaluable. If there's a particular subject you'd like to see us tackle next, or if you have suggestions on how we could fine-tune our AI's creative prompts, please don't hesitate to leave your ideas in the comments section. We're excited to bring you more unique content very soon.